Hello guys, so this is a really interesting video that was released a few days ago. It shows the captured Russian BMP-3 with an Ukrainian service during an Ukrainian assault on a Russian position in the area of Bakhmut. The video was filmed by a camera mounted to the turret of the BMP-3 and shows it advancing over an open field towards the so-called forest protection zone. These forest protection zones are basically small wooded areas that often lie next to big open fields in which Russian and also Ukrainian soldiers dig their trenches because of the fact that the wooded area around them then provides them with better cover and concealment from enemy drones, spotting, artillery, or like in this case, armored assaults. The BMP-3 was suppressing the area with a 30mm cannon in order to set the conditions for the infantry that was loaded up in its back to safely dismount and assault the area. And here comes a point that is very interesting, at least from my point of view. It is about the squad size of this Ukrainian unit. So if I counted correctly, we can see 13 dismounts here. Well, squad sizes always can vary, especially in combat, but I think the average Ukrainian squad is about 8 to 10 men, especially with mechanized units, and sometimes they are even smaller. Like we saw a lot of videos showing Ukrainian mechanized assaults with dismounted infantry groups of a strength of only like 4 to 6 guys. Well, the BMP can carry up to 14 personnel besides the 3 crew, if I remember correctly, so it's good that they utilize the vehicle to its fullest potential here. And in general, assaulting units should be 3 times the strength of the defenders. So it makes sense to bring more men to this fight. Another pretty interesting thing in this video is how the BMP-3 actually behaves after dropping off the units. You can see it moving back while still providing covering fire for the squad. And this is basically a tactic very common within Western forces. Like armored personnel carriers or infantry fighting vehicles are often referred to as battlefield taxis in the Western doctrine. So they go in, drop the infantry off, move back and support the infantry with their weapon systems from a distance. In the Soviet doctrine, it's basically often a little bit different. So the vehicles are meant to advance with the infantry, so the infantry can support the vehicles and the vehicles can support the infantry. Also, the vehicles are meant to provide some sort of mobile cover for the advancing infantry. We saw this in other videos as well. However, in modern times, I wouldn't be so stubborn and say, well, this way to do it is basically the Western way and the other way is the Soviet way, because the utilization of mechanized units should vary depending on the situation. Like under certain circumstances, it also makes sense in the Western doctrine to have like the infantry advance behind armored vehicles, especially in a situation where we have like good intel on the enemy forces and the terrain is to a disadvantage for your infantry, like an open field or an urban area. You know the enemy's there, you know where he is, you know he lacks anti-tank capabilities, so why not have your infantry move together with your armored vehicles so that your infantry is protected from small arms fire. That way you limit the enemy's capability to inflict damage to your troops, and that's always a good thing. I hope you liked this video. I hope you got something from it. Feel free to leave a comment with your thoughts. Feel free to leave a like. Feel free to subscribe to this channel. You can also support me by buying me a coffee, because I have constantly to deal with a lot of bullshit from YouTube, and this basically helps me get through it. It's not a must, but I would appreciate everyone who supports this channel. Thank you guys, till the next time.